y'all, good morning. It is officially launch morning. It is 5:52 a.m. I've probably been up since like 4:45 only because my son was in the bed rolling. It was getting hot, and I was just like, let me get up now. So how am I feeling? I'm feeling pretty confident, pretty good. I got a lot of good responses from like the Instagram posts and the YouTube posts about like this launch, so that feels good. I ain't gonna lie, I am a little worried just about sales naturally. You know, like you don't want it to be all about money and all that stuff, but you know, it's a small business, so you do have to keep that in mind. I'm just a little bit nervous because the first launch we sold out of everything pretty much that day. So you know, when you come out with that first album that's raw, and then you know you come out with your sophomore album, you be like, Lord, please let these people like this stuff. So this launch is kind of in a weird space, right? So it is June, it's mid-year, which is kind of good because around the 6-month mark is when people typically are like, oh my gosh, we're 6 months into the year, maybe I should reconnect with my goals and all of that stuff. But they already have planners. You know, I've said this in the video, I'll link it here of the walkthrough, is that this isn't your typical daily planner, it's more of a project planner. So if you have big goals like starting a business, starting a YouTube, it's for somebody that's starting something, revamping something. It's like a project planner. So that's what I'm kind of up against, is that people already have planners. It's the summertime, people are on holiday, vacation, living it up by the pool. They ain't thinking about that stuff. But there are some people that are like, you know, I do have the summer off, I want to go back to school, or whatever the case may be. So I'm kind of up against that time frame where as a collective we're not necessarily thinking about goals and dreams like we do in January. This is a 12-week planner, so, and it's based on a 12-week year where every 12 weeks you get a new year. Excuse me for looking ashy. I brushed my teeth and put some Vaseline on my lips, but I literally rolled out the bed. I'm gonna shower in a minute. But I did want to show you guys like just the back end part. People always show, you know, doing cute little packaging, the ASMR, and trust me, I'm gonna do that too. But I just wanted to show you what kind of goes into the back end of a launch, especially if you're using a site like Shopify. Just want to walk you through what I'm using and how I do all of that, right? So let's turn you around. So this right here is Trello. I know that Notion is the big dog on campus right now, but I use both. I use Notion kind of for like my content calendar and for capturing like bigger things for my business, like a filing system almost. But Trello is where I do like my project management, and I'll do like a walkthrough of this a little bit later. But I have like big projects for quarter 1, quarter 2, any monthly drops I'm doing, like my goals for the week as far as content, business, personal, all that stuff. Any ongoing projects, like I'm working on my son's 2nd birthday, and then I divide it up into days. So this is Sunday, Monday, I have an in progress done board, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. As you can see, I'm still stuck on Monday stuff because this week has just been crazy. Like I put what we're gonna have for dinner on here, all kind of stuff. But this, where it says May 2024 drop, this is what I've been doing as like my checklist for this launch. So as you can see, it was like, this is gonna launch May 22nd. It is now June 14th. I just, life was life and I didn't get to it. But the good thing in your own business and being your boss is that you get to change the rules. You get to manipulate your deadlines. Like I used to beat myself up when I didn't hit my goals exactly how I wanted to. And now just the way life is, it's just like, it's okay. Like things get to be easier than ever before. I think when I was giving myself those hard deadlines and it has to be done, I was stressed and freaked out. But I've been learning since having my son that life isn't super predictable or regimented. You have to go with the flow. And so that's what I'm learning. So even though this is a month out, and between me and you, this was really supposed to come out in March. Like I did my first drop in November, and so the idea was for like 12 weeks later a new planner to come out 12 weeks later with a new cover, until I could, you know, have the funds to come out with just like multiple covers. That was my idea to incentivize, I'm sorry, this was getting heavy. That was my idea to incentivize people to each 12 weeks buy a new planner. But I ran into manufacturing issues. Like, I just was having issues, but that's okay. We still rise. In Maya Angelou's, Mother Maya Angelou's voice, you just pick yourself up and try again. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to be like, I'm a failure, and stop and then wait for another year to pass before you start doing stuff. So even though this say May 22nd, we launching today, which is June 14th. So Trello is really cool because you can have all these different checklists, right? So I had like a product checklist, figure out how many planners you want to purchase, figure out pricing, figure out packaging. Here's my Shopify checklist, add digital planners to. And so what you're seeing here, I can assign, you know, if I have more members on the team, assign due dates and all of that stuff, talk to them. But I was just really just using this as my to-do list every day. Add digital planners to files, and I love it because it has this progress board up there, so I could be like, okay, I'm 94% done with this list. So the last thing I have to do is print labels for the washing instructions for the cups and totes. That's an easy thing to do. I could do that later. OmniSend is who I have my websites email through, so I had to finish up like the product review request email and discard this second attempt. So let me just show you what OmniSend, like these different forms to help you like capture different people on your website. This is an app that's through Shopify, so they had like this branded spin wheel to win a prize, and it'll you know, you can add discounts for your people, win a prize. So I was working on some of that stuff here. You can also just do different campaigns. So this summer launch email is what's going to go out to the subscribers of the website's newsletter. Now I have a separate other newsletter that goes out to my podcast listeners. So this is the one that they're getting. They're essentially the same, but not quite, just because my podcast listeners, they signed up to get like weekly advice. So I started off with, you know, just like a little bit of a personal story. It's called the Refocus newsletter, and it's all about focusing on your goals. So this one looks just slightly different. This is through Flowdesk. So I had to make sure that that's right. So I'm just sitting here, you know, just clicking the links, making sure everything works. So right now my site is down. Like if you were to just go to the site right now, it would just be like, oops, we're working on something. It's going to launch at 11. I don't necessarily want it to launch at 11 a.m. But when you're working on like the back end of Shopify, people can see you make the changes in real time. So I would hate for somebody to be on the site and they seeing me move stuff around or playing with pricing. So you kind of have to shut it down in order to do all that stuff. Now I did all that stuff, but I don't want people to purchase prematurely. And wouldn't it be lovely if Shopify had a coming soon button or available preview the launch? They don't. You have to do like a huge workaround to do all of that, and it sucks. And you have to, the day of that you're ready, have to undo all that stuff, and it's a nightmare. So I'm sure there's apps for that. Shopify has really good plugins and all that stuff, but I'm about that. Keep it simple. Make it easy on yourself, because I sure enough will forget. Yeah, the site is down, and maybe like around 10:30, not necessarily 11 o'clock, because my son, he should be going down for nap around that time. Like, it's a lot of balls you have to juggle, which I'm grateful for. I'm not complaining. It's just a lot to think about. Yeah, they in there knocked out sleep. But what am I saying? So yeah, he typically is going down around 11:30, so I could keep an eye on this. But I'm just working on the back end, just making sure links work and promo codes work, you know, just like doing all of that stuff. But I just wanted to show you what Trello looks like. That's how I keep myself organized. And whenever I get a new idea, I'm just like typing it out of my things to do. What else was I doing just now? I I was also making sure like my Instagram content was ready to go. I'm just doing like the back end things just because in a minute my son's gonna wake up and I gotta do my thing. I need to shower, get dressed. So I'm excited. I'm just a little bit nervous. You know, the self-doubt is creeping up. So before, you know, I take a shower, I'm just gonna read my Bible, do a devotional, and then I just want to show you guys. I think I always talk about Insight Timer because it's really helpful. Insight Timer is just like a guided meditation app. You probably can't see that. I'll link it below. But it's a lot of affirmations that you can do, and I've been listening to this course called the 28 Days of Simplicity. I'm like on day 17, and it's literally all about making things simple, how life can be simple and easy, and you don't win any extra brownie points for overcomplicating your life or making things harder than they need to be. So I think I'll listen to that for my pep talk, but I just wanted to give you the morning view of what's going on behind the scenes in the office. I'm nervous. I'm so nervous. I just pray everything works out. It will. It always does. Okay, I'll check back in with you in a minute. Okay, so here's a little update. This little man woke up way earlier than he normally does. I'm typically getting him ready for a nap like around 11 o'clock, or yeah, like around 11. And he's normally asleep by like 11, 10, whatever. So that's why I was like, the launch can be at 11. Of course, he woke up way later than normal, which pushes his nap back. So it is 10:21. He is like fully awake, and I still got to take care of lunch and just do all those things. So I secretly took the password off of the store. It was password protected so that people couldn't shop earlier. So let's see if I can give y'all a look-see. I'm going to go ahead and remove the password. That's done, so people could come on here and start shopping. Like if they were on here now, they could probably shop. I have my like scheduled content scheduled for the rest of the launch. The emails are all ready to go. So yeah, getting nervous just because it's so close to the countdown and I can't really eye it the way I want to. Thankfully Shopify has a phone app so I can kind of oversee things, but you know, I want to go on Instagram and talk and all of that, but I didn't do my mom math right today, and that's okay. We are super duper flexible, but I gotta do a little bit more mom things, which is fine. But I'm praying that emails go out smoothly. I can luckily watch all of this. Boy, what you doing? Why you playing with the tripod? I'm grateful I already did all the back end work. All of it's taken care of. Like the blog post is live. The newsletter should be going out in like 30 more minutes. So yeah, I'm just kind of nervous. Like, it's happening. I wanted to do my makeup and stuff today, but that didn't happen. Today just been a busy morning, and that's okay. So he done ran out. I'm about to go chase after this man. Kobe, Bubby Webby, Cole, where you going? Oh, not you going in our room where the mess is, sir. Excuse me, it's very messy. Bubby, where you going? You're not supposed to be in here. Come on, Bobby. I'm sitting here just having a quick little bite with this one. It's just a little lunchy lunch. And I got my first order. Woohoo! This is only like a few minutes after I was just like, oh, let me open up the site secretly. Oh my goodness, thank you. I'm so excited. Okay, y'all, so I got the little one sleep. I'm watching him on my phone just because he sleeps in our bed. I got to double check, make sure that man don't fall out. We got this 12:01 on the dot, and we have 5 orders to fulfill. I don't know if you can see that. 5 Shopify. And I'm just so grateful. Sorry to get emotional. I know people don't like when people cry on the internet, but baby, I'm a crier. And so when the email went out and I'm getting these Shopify notifications, you know, one of my biggest fears was like, what if I don't sell anything? And I made 5 orders so far in an hour. Like I said, I know we're used to seeing people on Instagram who orders go or on YouTube. You know, I watch them. They pack their orders and it's like, and we be like, oh God, I want that. And a lot of us, you know, we are afraid to push, publish, or send or launch because we're like, what if I don't do that? I'm sorry, I'm so nervous about my baby. But a lot of us won't launch or show up because we're afraid, like, if I don't make $1 million, then I am a failure. I see those flop videos, my launch fail videos all the time. And some people genuinely don't get sales. And my heart goes out with them because that sucks. But I want to praise God for my 5 as if it's 50, as if it's 500, as if it's 5,000. Because in this economy, somebody went in their wallet, grabbed their debit card, punched in some numbers, and decided to invest in my dreams and buy my product and believe in whatever, you know, I was saying or whatever I preach on YouTube. And that is the blessing. Yes, we have sales goals and all of this, but that is the blessing. Girl, not my... Not my pop ain't popping off. Come on, y'all. What to do, baby? So far, this is the 3rd one, but I want to stop and publicly say thank you, God. Thank you to these 5 people. Thank you for supporting me. We take that for granted. My planners aren't cheap. They are $47 because I got them made here in the USA. I did not go overseas, which would have been cheaper for y'all in the long run, cheaper for me, but it would have been too much inventory. Like, there's so many factors. My stuff is expensive, you know what I'm saying? In a perfect, once I can get to the point where I can order thousands at a time, then it'll be cheaper. But right now, I understand. So I am so grateful for every cha-ching I hear on this phone, you know what I'm saying? So if you're a small business owner and you're like, they only got a sale today, they only got 2 sales this week, they only got 5 sales this month, I get it, because a lot of us are trying to survive off of this, right? For some of us, it's a hobby, it's a side hustle. It might be your main thing or you're trying to get there. But what I'm here to tell you is to keep going. That's always going to be my message. And to really stop, I don't know how often we stop and be grateful for our small beginnings. I think the reason why I get so emotional, right, is because there's a past version of Jessica, like back in 2015 when I started my first blog. I was like, oh, I just want to make planners. Here I am in 2023 when I launched the first one, 2024, and I did it, right? And the future me right now is looking back on Jessica like, girl, you was worried about some planners. I did that, I done it. So imagine the future Jessica from 2027, 2026 that looking at me like, girl, you had 5 sales, girl, we do 500 in a day. Okay, the seeds you are sowing today, they have no objective but to grow and to blossom and to bloom. But the thing that we make the mistake of doing is that the seeds that we plant, we try to eat them today. I want to see my tree today. Baby, these trees, honey, I've lived in a new subdivision. Our old house was like in this newer subdivision. We used to be like, dang, we don't have sprawling trees. Baby, because the subdivision only 10 years old, the trees was like this big. You know what I'm saying? It takes time, and we don't want time to take time, especially in this, where we live in this day and age, baby, time taking time. Baby, I want my microwave, my success right here and right now. But a lot of us are sleeping on our successes We sleeping on our 5 orders because it's just 5 orders. But do you know what it takes for somebody in this economy, when inflation is showing her ass, when it's a war going on, when it's economic turmoil, y'all about to get me cussing. It's food desert. It's a lot going on. Our kids are suffering. People are suffering. It's a lot going on. So you have to be grateful when somebody buy your planner, buy your sticker, buy your course, and it'll get better. You'll keep growing. It'll keep doing this thing. But you have to put on your blinders and be like, I'm doing this regardless of the accolades, regardless of the influence, regardless of this. I'm doing this because this is something I want to do, and I know it can be of service to people. And I know this is something I heard God told me to. You like this? I ain't asked for this. God just put the idea on me, and it would not let me rest. Okay, for years with the podcast, the this, the that, the YouTube channel. This has all been going on for years. You see what I'm saying? So just do it. Do not despise your humble beginnings. Don't despise your 5 orders. So I'm so grateful to everybody that ordered. So with all of these orders, this will be my 93rd order for the shop. 93 orders, and some of these people have come back. You know what I'm saying? Some of these people I ain't met a day in my life. So that's what I'm saying. It's like, don't despise it. When a stranger I don't even know, we just know each other from Instagram and YouTube. Come on now. That's a blessing. So Kobe is sleeping. I would like to sit in here and start packaging up some orders. I want to show you guys that process and let you guys know where I got some of those resources from so that you can use it in your small business. Okay, so we are back from Father's Day festivities. It is Sunday afternoon, and we got a few orders again today. So all the footage that I have of me like packing was destroyed by like the lighting being bad, or I mistakenly deleted some of it. So let's pack a few orders. Before we do that, I just wanted to share some of the wealth about Etsy. You know, when you start your business, you think like, oh my goodness, let me go on Uline and get boxes, or let me, you know, figure out how to get custom packaging. Well, if you already started doing the research, you know, custom packaging is not cheap at all. And if you're just starting out with the business, it might not be super advantageous for you to like invest in super duper custom packaging, but there's like little ways around that, and I just wanted to share that with you since we're here, since I got all of this stuff out. So first things first, you don't have to do this, but if you want to, here's a resource for it. So I have some tissue paper that I wrap my items in so that when customers open the box, they see the logo. So this tissue, you could absolutely use regular tissue paper. I used regular tissue paper for the first launch, but I was like, you know what? I got a little bit of extra money. Let me go on Etsy, and I found a vendor that just makes tissue paper. I have this size. This is for the planners and anything else that's bigger. And then I have a smaller set of paper, and that's just a nice touch. I'll link it in the description. The good thing about Etsy is when you sign up as like a new customer, they typically give you some type of discount. So check out Etsy. Super inexpensive, kind of just upgrade. Now for my tumblers, I created these care details over on Canva. That's it, and I printed it out on my Mumbin printer. The roll of this, I think this is by 3x2 squares, was like $10 on Amazon, and this is what I just stick on the paper as they're unwrapping the tumblers so that they know, hey, here's the care instructions, because you know you can't just throw it in the dishwasher or any of those things. And then I have these Dream Plan Do stickers, just as another cute little embellishment that goes on the tissue paper so that when they open it up, it's like a seal, so to speak. Got this from Etsy for maybe 20 bucks, if that. I don't even think it was that much. So that's just some customizations you can do. Made it the design in Canva, of course, and then print it out. Then I have these thank you cards that each customer gets. It has like a little line on it so that I can fill in their name. Vistaprint had like a huge sale, which they always do. It was like get 500 for $20. It was like, okay, say less. So I did that. To wrap up glassware, I have what's called honeycomb paper. And this is essentially a sustainable version of bubble wrap. If you are just trying to be like a little earth conscious, you know what I'm saying? Instead of having just straight up bubble wrap all up in your thing, that's like recyclable. So I love that paper. It's really cushiony. $10 for a whole roll on Amazon. Got this fragile stuff from Amazon. What else do I have that's custom? Hold on, let me show you. So when you get an order, you open the box and you see our logo. And like I said, the tissue paper will be inside. I'll do like a whole boxing thing. So those are 2 logo opportunities. Like people get it printed out, but what you can do is go on Etsy and buy a stamp. I just do that with ink and a stamp pad and just stamp each one. Like I said, I get all my boxes from Amazon. And then let me show you my water activated tape. This is also something that's sustainable, as opposed to getting like packing tape with all that plastic. This is water activated and is way better for the planet. So let me show you that as well. Okay, so this is the water activated tape. Right here is just on a little $10 dispenser that's pink. I got from Amazon. But this whole roll I got from Sticker Mule. They also had a sale during the launch. Like I might have got this in November 2023. It was on sale for like $30. Like I had another YouTuber's coupon that was like 20 bucks off. So you don't have to go all in on investing on like super custom paper or tissue paper. You don't have to do any of this, to be honest. Like you could buy your stamp from Etsy and stamp your tissue paper so it looks like this with your logo. There are options. Don't feel discouraged if your stuff can't look super, you know, professional and polished. It can look super professional and polished if you do it yourself. You DIY it instead of just like investing in a company to print it, because that could be super expensive, especially when you're first starting out. So I just wanted to show you that. I'm grateful for that. Check the link in the description so I can tag all of these business owners and you guys can check them out for yourselves. And Amazon products, I'll list them below. And let's get into some packaging order. My Munbin thermal printer. This is the real MVP because you don't have to change any paper, any ink or anything. This set of labels was like $10 to $15 on Amazon. It's like $1,000. The Munbin was on sale for like 80 bucks. Actually, it might have been on sale for 69. This can print out all of your printing labels. It can print out cool stickers like this. It can even, if you buy like the little circle stickers in different colors, it could do this. Just know, like you can make this if you wanted to. Just know that this only prints out in black and white. That's something to know. But all of this was like a $250 investment to start the business. So I just wanted to share that with you. Okay, let's get into some orders. I went and washed my hands. Rhonda got a plan to go, Rhonda. It's your birthday, go Rhonda. It's your birthday. Crystal got a Big Ideas notepad, color block planner, and a glass tumbler. Thank you, Crystal, girl. You got a lot of stuff. Notepad. So she got some good stuff. She got some good goodies. Cards in the pre-made boxes, because I'm like, maybe this will help me go faster. But now I'm like, I could have just had them on the table and not did all that. So over here, see, too much. It's not efficient for nobody. Thank you, Narissa. I need to get some new pens. They're drying out. dream plan, dude, you got this. I want them to know that as they're opening. Like, girl, you can do this. You got this. Whatever goals you got, we got your back now.
Let's take this show on the road. Same-ish, different day. I'll be bored out my mind. Hometown, love my place. That's while I'm in my prime. Gotta go get away. Hop a train, hop a flight, and ride. Tonight I gotta break free. My job, those boss be working my nerves. Clock out at home. Oh no, do not disturb. My boyfriend's I need my girls, the world is ours, so run it up, let's go to a land where we cannot be found. So off the grid, way too little, slow down. No, me and who, when they see me out, booked it 'cause I'm not waiting around for you. Let's have it go, Miami. Let's have it go, Chicago. Let's have it go, be more. Let's have it go. Houston, let's have me go. Atlanta, let's have me go. Tokyo, let's have me go. Brazil, let's have me go. London, let's have me go. South Africa, let's have me go. Korea, let's have me go. New York, let's have me go. Toronto, let's have me go. Paris, let's have me go. Nigeria, let's have me go. DC, let's have me go. LA, let's have me go. Trees, new beach, we be out on the coast. Swimsuit, two-piece, catch me doing the most. Eating good in Perry, grab a glass, make a toast.
So let's do a quick launch weekend debrief, right? The launch went way better than I could have imagined. Y'all know I already listed out my fears and my frustrations with the manufacturers and all that drama. Like, this was a stressful launch, but God worked it out every step of the way. What was stressful? Just the timing and doing the stay-at-home mom thing and, you know, trying to be present with my family, but also focus on this for the past few days, weeks, months, years has been, you know, a challenge, but we pushed through. Content creation this time around was actually a little bit difficult too, just because it's like you're trying to focus and it's like set up the camera, oh, this died, like this has died several times, or it's been raining and the lighting has been awful. But I just am like still press record, still document it because it could help somebody out there that's just like, I don't know what to do, I don't know how to do it, it's too hard. And that could be a reality, but the other alternative is that it gets to be fun, it gets to be easy, it gets to work out. Like, sure, you might not have millions of dollars to invest in your company yet to get a million products. I didn't start off with a ton, especially with this launch. I had way more products with the first launch, but again, summer, all of that, I was just like, let me test. And that's what I'm learning with this first year in this business, is that it's all kind of an experiment. You know, like, I feel like getting 27 orders. I keep forgetting about the digital stuff. Actually, it's more than that. Whatever, how many orders I got, Like to some that might not be a huge launch. Like I've seen people do thousands or tens of thousands, like every entrepreneur is like, I just want a $10,000 launch or, 5 figures. And of course I do. But, I listened to this podcast called How I Built This or That with Guy Raz on NPR. I'll link it in the description. And you'll hear some of the biggest entrepreneurs. They're like, we didn't make any money our first 5 years. We didn't make any revenue. We didn't have this. We didn't have that. And it's just like these humble beginnings I'm always so excited about, because who knows what my business will look like in a year from now, 2 years from now, 3, you know what I'm saying? It's like these are the stepping stones to the dream. So I just pray that this vlog, even though I think it's going to be so chaotic, like I'm like scared to edit this because like I said, it was just kind of hard this time around to film everything. I just pray that it encourages you to go after your dreams, even if it might look a little janky, a little raggedy, even though your time might have constraints, the manufacturers might mess up. Keep pushing, keep showing up. And, somebody on Instagram was like, oh, it's nice to launch to, like it must be nice to get sales in your first launch. And I think what people don't know, especially like if they're new to that Instagram page, like I had a whole nother Instagram page. It looks like I'm new to this, but I have been in the game since May 2025, and that whole time when I was just typing blog posts about fashion, I was building my reputation, building the audience, building the community. And so I think that's some of the groundwork that a lot of people have to do and that we forget about is to share the process. I know we like to be hush hush about things. I don't share everything, but I try to share as much as I feel comfortable with. And that helps you connect with your audience. In the comments, they'll give you feedback like, I like this. Do you have this size? And it's like, I didn't even think of that stuff. So you might be discouraged, but keep going, keep showing up, keep documenting so that people get comfortable buying from you. People want to buy from people. And like I said, I'm still learning, honey. I don't have all the answers, but I'm just so grateful that the Jessica from 2015 did the groundwork so that when I hit publish or launch on something, I get a response. You know what I'm saying? And it took those years to get 30 orders. You know what I'm saying? So do not despise humble beginnings. It's gonna get better.
Y'all, I cannot wait to get into this planner. If anybody knows me, y'all know I'm going too fast. Look at this. If anybody knows, I love me some paper. Oh my God, the quality of this.
I think this is the end of this vlog. My little it's Father's Day. I know you're like, where is my mama? Like, let's go. So I'm about to get going, spend some time with my family, but I just wanted to at least do a few orders. I'll drop this off tomorrow. And that's it. I love you guys. I'm praying for you. Happy launches to everybody. Let me know in the comments, what are you launching? What are you working on? What type of business you have? And check out the link in the description if you want to shop the planners, if you want to follow on Instagram. Just go to the link in the description, okay? And I'll holler at y'all later. Bye.